Howdy, folks. Rock the DuckFarmer here, and I'm playing Factory in the Sky 4 on the FTOG server, and welcome to the jungle. Biome, at least. You can tell because there's an ocelot over there. Yeah, I'm building here in the overworld. I wanted to do some building, something that I like to build, and just wanted to start it here in the jungle. And so I made the nature's compass and said, "Find me a jungle," and it was about 1,000 blocks away from my overworld base, this away, and went ahead and set up a area. Let's spin around. Did a 3x3 area, and then I was going, this is 34 blocks as a square, so it's a little bit bigger than 3 chunks, and is it? Eh. I wanted it to be a little bigger. So this is kind of roughly a 5x5 chunk area. And then I went through and started randomizing the area. Let's go into the map here. Look at all those ocelots. Just kind of randomized the island a little bit, kind of trimmed the corners, then dug in and pushed out. And so it has an interesting shape, at least. And then just spent a few minutes going around putting the second and third layer of dirt down, and because it's the overworld, I've got a torch here to stop mob spawning, because boy howdy, when it was nighttime they were spawning like crazy. So the next thing to do is to grab a little bit of stone, wrong key, a lot of stone, and start making the bottom of this. And then this is the four corners here of what the temple is going to be. I'm going to build a Mayan temple, one of those stepped temples that I enjoy making, but because this is a jungle biome, I'm going to sit there and eventually fill this full of jungle trees and kind of break down the temple. It's not a pristine one. It's one that's had some issues, let's say. And the all I've got for this is a photo that I saw someplace on, I think, Planet Minecraft, and I said, "Oh, that's really cool." And then I counted out, because I had just the one photo. I counted out the size and kind of figured out how it would be built. So if I've counted this right, it's 34 square, which I prefer odds, but it is what it is. Anyway, so first, I need to finish the bottom of the island and maybe get some mice up here for these cats, because I've got a lot of ocelots up here on this island now. And it is progress update time, because the bottom of the island has been filled in. And if we spin around and look up, I did put a few of these glowberries in, and they're starting to grow. I ended up doing this as one big solid island, but then as I've done before, I push in with a little piece. So I also several times kind of pushed up just to make this varied, and it's fun setting these up. Also, I have done a few things starting up with the temple portion. It's all right now just the polished deep slate, except a couple of these, whatever the names are, these the chiseled. Because I kind of like the faces they have, and instead of putting torches or lanterns on top, I'm going to have fire because I can. But the polished is here just as kind of placeholders. I want to kind of randomize it a little bit with brick and cracked, and is there a cracked deep slate? I don't know. But bricked and the polished and just the raw cobbled deep slate, just kind of break it all up. And then I also need to put up here a tall structure. Well, it's not going to be a tall structure. If you look at the Mayan temples, they have these huge bases, and then on top it's kind of small because you really don't need much up there by the time it all comes up to the top. And I've got so many ocelots here. They should stop spawning, but they don't. Let me show something that I did do inside here. I went ahead and put down a whole bunch of torches, and then also put down some glowstone in these kind of voidy areas to stop bats. And here's where I wish we had something like the dread lamps in the pack, because then I could go through and just, this will stop. Oh, wait. There is a torch. Okay. I was complaining. Okay, so this is This is monsters, that's creatures, and water creatures, underground water creatures, axolotl water. Okay, I think these are all just the axolotl water sort of creatures, but this one here, this might do what I need. Okay, emerald magnum torch. Well, let's make one of those. And yeah, I've got all the bits for that. All right, I was bad mouthing this. That should stop the passive spawns, if I'm thinking right. Which means I've got to get rid of all these ocelots. Here we go. So what I'll probably have to do is convince them nicely that they need to leave. Later, let me get my convincer. So I'll have to convince them nicely, and then I'll check and see if they respawn. Will you guys respawn? I don't know. They've all decided that they would happily relocate elsewhere, so that's not a problem. And I've got one of these nifty bows that will just happily relocate them to their new permanent homes. Project update time. And yeah, there's going to be a bunch of these. I've got a bunch of the temple done. It's not in its final form because it's pretty boring and regular. I did swap out all of the polished blocks that were here, and now they're all brick. But that's kind of boring. These side pieces are now brick, while the centerpieces are polished. But again, that's kind of boring and flat. I did swap out the torches for lanterns. I like those better to kind of light up things, and I'm liking how the lighting is dealing with this right now. The top piece here is done. The deep slate was not in Minecraft when this sketch or this picture that I found was done. And so, it had torches up here. I'm liking the fire instead. Walls are new, so I've got those in place. And I wanted to set this up, something in here. Oh, here, let's dump off all of these things because I don't need them right this second. And let me grab all of this bit. Actually, I can break that chest. What I want to do here is, there we go, set up a little altar sort of setup, and let's get a skull, so we have a little sacrificing going on, a little bit of blood, and over here something to hold a knife to stab people with, because why not? Also went with some walls here in these walls. So these polished walls give me some depth as well as some changes. We got brick and polished. They're different. I like that. Hung some glowstone in here just to have some light in place. Everything's really dark, but it's what it is. And I can go down into here, and I decided to set up a portal to the nether because, hey, why not? I can do that. And the ocelots are not showing up because of the torch that I put down. In fact, if we break that right here, that magnum torch has been working really well. The emerald one, I still got I think 2 of these bats showing up. So I need to figure out where is the dark spots, because that torch doesn't do it. they still spawn, which is really annoying, and I don't like them. But I'll have to figure out where it is. Where is it? Someplace around here. It's just too dark, and if I had built this up like 20 blocks higher, then we wouldn't be seeing this here at all. And it's possible that it may be elsewhere, not in this section. Stinking no good, dirty, rotten bats. They're not as bad as spiders of messing things up, but yeah, bats are really annoying. This I got from my mob farm with the beheading component added to the grinder, and I didn't see them appear. They were stuck in the ender chest, so I started making a skeleton seed. But nope, I've got my skeleton there. And I think what I'm going to do is move him over here. I think I like that balance just a little bit better. So we'll go with that. All right. And oh, hey, it's daytime. So the next thing I want to do, I do want to junglify this area, and I threw in a tree just to kind of see how it looks. But I want to randomize this, and so the first thing I'm going to randomize is I'm going to crack some of these bricks. And so to do that, I'm just going to break a few of these. And these are full bricks. Okay, so what this means is anything where there's a brick missing, that is a cracked brick. And let's do a big crack over here. Why not? Just for fun. And so here we got some more bricks, so I can break a few of these. I should be on the ground because they'll break a little bit faster. Let's do 2 in a row there. No, not the slab. That won't work. Anyway, so by breaking these, I know how many of these I need to throw through the furnace, and when those are done, then I will get me some cracked bricks. Yeah, let's have a little kind of a path going like that of cracks. I like that idea. Anyway, so I'm just gonna kind of I'm air quoting random. That's a little bit too much. Let's take that. Okay, that's better. So I'm gonna sit there and do some of these random quote finger quotes bricks, and just I think it will make this look just a little bit better with that change in place. So I'm going to do that, and will I be able to see that one inside? I will be able to see that. And let's do this one over here. And, oh, there are bricks on top that I didn't see, so let's break a couple of them. And let's do another one there. There's some load balancing, or loading, going on. Mentally, I look at that and go, yeah, if there's some load bearing stress there, that could cause some issues. And let's rank a few of these in. I like the ones that are kind of hiding underneath to break as well, or in this case crack up. Let's do a pair there. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so that's a stack in one. So I'll start with that, and then I'm going to go through these three, I lied, 4 layers, and do the same thing, and just kind of pockmark them with cracked brick. If there were such thing as mossy brick for the deep slate, that would be great. I would use those too, but I won't. But I can then put in some polished or some just plain cobbled, and just kind of randomize this up a little bit. Not too sure about the stairs. I'll play with that and see how that looks. Already, I think the temple structure as is done as far as the randomizations I'm going to do on it. And I've just put a few of these little different deep slate stairs just to kind of break things up a little bit. We got a few other blocks in here just to break that up a little bit. And I'm thinking, as far as the structure, I think it's done. Now, the next is to go through and put a whole bunch of trees in place. And I can also sit there and grab some of these vines, because I'm going to be needing some of these too. Here, let's just grab a stack. Well, I said let's grab a stack. There we go. That's better. Because I can start putting, vines like here, maybe a little bit over here, and maybe up here. Now it'll start spreading more than I probably want, which means I'll have to go through and yep, see, just like that. It's spread across. I don't think it'll spread on these walls because it wants a full solid block. But I don't necessarily want this entire area vined. So I may come back with some string and just kind of trim it up, or maybe put some buttons in. Other ways of stopping it from spreading around a bit. But I do want a little bit of greenery on here, just for fun. And the other thing that I'm thinking about doing is, as I plant a whole bunch of trees, I want to make it look like this temple structure here is not in active use. Yeah, it's got the flames, but that's okay. So it's like it's been abandoned. The jungle is encroaching on it, and I want to make this jungle fairly thick. So I'm gonna have fun planting a whole bunch of jungle trees, and I definitely need to get more saplings. So I'll have to start working on that too. Howdy, folks. Grok the Explorer here, and it's day 64 of my trek through the jungle, and I decided to camp the night here next to this fallen jungle tree. It cleared out a nice little spot for me to set up a lovely fire and warm my tootsies, and I also set it here because there's this imposing structure here that I wanted to explore, and it looks like it's slightly overgrown, but it also looks like with the fires that maybe somebody is actually maintaining this, which is concerning. Let's go up in here a little bit and climb up the stairs. Hop, 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 hop. And yeah, in here, this is what I was disconcerted about is there's evidence of human sacrifice going on in here, and that doesn't make me all that excited. Somebody, judging by the freshest of the blood, somebody has been here pretty recently, which is not so good. But it's a nice little area full of huge amounts of these old growth trees. But the one thing I did notice is we've got some different colored tiles here, which looks like we may have something hidden below. So let's go down here and take a look. Oh, we've got a trap down here. Darn these guys. That's not nice at all. Plus we have a portal going someplace else. And I wonder, is this to stop people from coming down or maybe stop the others from going up? I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see if I can sneak my way in. Ouch. Not so sneaky, but I can jump up out of here now. So let me show you what I did here. So it's nighttime, and I wanted some lights through here. So I took some of the glow vines. I really like these glow vines for a light source. They're a nice natural looking light source. So I scattered them around through the tall trees. Um, yeah, I decided to have a fallen tree here because why not? That sounds like fun. I should put a glowberry back over here just to provide a little bit of light. It's kind of a dark spot. Let's see, what else did I do? Lots and lots of landscaping, tons of the 2x2 jungle trees, some smaller, single jungle trees, because those are nice, and then these little jungle bushes, lots of grass stuck all around, and we also have some bamboo scattered about. Definitely some problems with the temple. It's now starting to get fall apart. Let's see if I can worm my way around through here. We've got a tree that's grown up right through the jungle temple, and it's kind of breaking things about. That kind of thing happens with these long time exposure to the elements will break things up like that. I missed a string on that one. I'll have to fix that. And we've got lots of these vines going over the edge, and you can tell this one was done the most recently. These few over here, they haven't had time to grow over the edge yet. But yeah, I kind of like how this looks. In fact, I think let's come over here. Maybe this would be a good thumbnail right here. Yeah, I think there. If that's what you saw, then that's the thumbnail. Oh, and I just saw something here. No flowers. Yeah, I just because of the color palette, I don't want the reds to show up. So I just got rid of the dandelions and the poppies. I just don't need them. Everything's greens and browns with the growing stuff, and so yep, no flowers. If I had some good, I don't have any ferns. Can I make ferns? I don't know. Oh, I was just working on making that little bench I was sitting on fern. Can I make these? I would need to get one and then be able to duplicate it. I was thinking maybe one of the nature mystical agriculture thingies. So yeah, I have no ferns. Yeah, I have no ferns, so I can't do that. That would be good to sprinkle around both the regular size and the too tall, because there's another green that I could do. But no, that certainly works. I, I would like a little bit more randomization through here. I think that would look good. In fact, I just thought of something. What if this side of the building was kind of collapsing a little bit? And let's break that one there too. Yeah. So it's oh, we can't have that piece sticking out because gravity would make it fall. Let's pull that back one a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So the buildings are falling down and crashing down a little bit. That's a no. That's a regular piece. So I can put some of the broken bits. They've kind of fallen down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Let's put another one in here. So there we go. Just kind of break it up a little bit, make it look like time has worked its inevitable. I wouldn't call magic, but definitely a strong hand of breaking things down. And I think that works. Oh hey, the sun's coming up. It's going to be a brand new day for exploring the temple here and seeing where that portal goes. Uh, it's going to the nether. So, but yeah, that building this was fun. I do like this Mayan temple. It's a nice structure. I got it off of a single photo. But that's okay. But being able to change it to something now using deep slate instead of the brick that it was using, and setting it up in a jungle environment, I like that idea. I like having it to kind of overgrown a little bit. I should do some kind of viney thing, so maybe some jungle kind of growing up around it. I think it's good enough for right now. We'll call it good. Otherwise, you're constantly making changes. At least I do, and sometimes it's worth just to say it's done. I don't need to do anything more with it. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, having fun with just doing some building and making an area look really cool. I love the colors of this. It's a nice bright green. It's why I chose the jungle biome, because of the greenness of this. Doing this in a savanna would not look nearly as good because of the grass and the leaves would be so much browner. Bleh, bleh, not good looking at all. Anyway, I've been having fun building this. It's something I've built before, and I will continue to build it because I like coming back to this and say, okay, how can I make it different? What new blocks have shown up in the latest builds of Minecraft? Deep slate is new. The walls are new. Those are some new techniques that I love to use. And I wish we had a few more cool looking growing things to add back here, but I don't. At least not right now. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here. We're playing Factory in the Sky 4 on the FTOG server and getting a little jungly. And thanks for watching. Bye. And then realized that if I'm going to be building, all right, Briggy, stop knocking the mouse with your tail. And so Briggy is our foster kitty, and he is a big floof, and he's getting a whole bunch of pets right now, and he's trying to lick my mouse. No, how about you stop doing that? Hello, are you stopping me from recording? Yes, you are. Hi. Hi there, you. I'm going to have to stop recording.